Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, you guys, we're going to talk about defnoodles assistant Tiana again, because the drama has gotten even crazier with her and defnoodles and how she quit working for defnoodles after their experience with Burning Man. She has released some text messages from that experience that she was texting with one of her friends, and I want to read them to you guys. I'm shocked by this. So if you're interested in hearing more about this drama, make sure that you keep on watching. Okay guys, before we get into today's drama, if you are new here, my name is Shelby. I'm the crazy cat lady of the drama community here on YouTube. I bring you the tea 7 days a week with the help of my investigative research team, Mr. and Miss Kitty. This is Mr. Kitty. He is part 1 of 2 of my investigative research team. He's really the face of the operation around here. He loves to be held and cuddle and to be on camera. Miss Kitty is down below here. She is doing her research right now. She is the brains behind the operation. She finds all the receipts for you guys, and her receipts are super accurate and super good. This receipt we got today is actually from Miss Kitty, so good job, Miss Kitty. You guys give this video a thumbs up and congratulate Miss Kitty on this piece of great tea in the comment section down below. And then Mr. Kitty, his tea, he does the best to find the tea, you guys, but sometimes he's not the best at getting the tea. And you know, if you ever see a video of mine that you might be like, this is clickbait, this isn't really what happened, this isn't even the whole tea, whatever, that's coming from Mr. Kitty. So we're gonna give him a pass on that. And just remember guys, that's Mr. Kitty, so if you have anything to say about the bad tea, let Mr. Kitty know in the comment section down below. Anyway, if you are interested in all of that, you love cats, you love tea, you love the oh my god, my nail, I need to get my nails done so bad, they're snagging on everything. If you love the crazy cat ladies, then make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember that all Shelby Bells ring the bell. Okay, let's get into this drama. So, defnoodles assistant, or former assistant at this point, Tiana, she, as you guys may remember, quit working for defnoodles because of a situation that happened when he asked her to come to Burning Man with him. Now, Burning Man is a rave. It's like a week-long thing, and there's like no food, no water, no vendors there for that kind of a thing. And basically, when you go to this festival, you're expected to bring everything that you might need for yourself. You camp out, you do the whole gig, right? And a lot of festivals are like that. Now, some festivals, they have food vendors, they have drink places, they have, you know, like there's hotels nearby, all this stuff. Not Burning Man. Burning Man is kind of like a little hardcore in that aspect where you are like really roughing it. You're like on the campground. Personally, I would never go. It's not my thing. I'm not into camping. I'm not into that whole business where you're sleeping outside on the floor. I'm not doing that, sleeping on the ground. I refuse to do it. I would like to stay in a hotel, please, or an RV. If we had an RV, I would do it. An RV, I would do it, because it has a little stove in there, kitchen, you got your own little toilet, all that and the other. But I would never go to a festival where I had to bring a tent and sleep on the ground. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. I'm not really a nature girl. I know I'm from Texas, and y'all might think that I'm country and all that. I live in Houston, Texas, and while this is the South, I live in the middle of the city, okay? I live in what's the 4th largest city in America. I'm a city girl through and through, okay? So I couldn't do the whole sleeping, the camping. I'm not really big on the camping and the nature and all that stuff. I'm just really not. It's just not my thing. But anyway, so that's what the whole gig was. And Tiana went with defnoodles to this thing. Now, she has already come out and made some, statements about why she quit working for defnoodles because of this. And if you need a little refresher, I'll go ahead and roll you that TikTok, so roll it.
Hi. Okay, yes, so I quit my job. If you know who I work for, you know. You probably understand why I quit, but the main thing that pushed me over the edge was Burning Man. So get this, I had to go on a work trip to Burning Man to record a YouTube video. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm assuming my boss is gonna tell me like what I need to bring or like what to prepare for or like anything. I didn't get any details. I didn't even want to go in the first place, okay? I was getting bad vibe. I just didn't really want to go. So I asked him like a few days prior. I was like, did you already like buy the tickets or anything? Like it just doesn't really go with my schedule. And he like got mad and he's like, I dropped like $4,000 on this trip. Like, you need to let me know if you can't come. I was like, okay, like I'll just go, whatever. So I go, we fly to Reno, we get there. We wait like an hour in line for the rental car place. He goes up with an expired driver's license. How are you? I'm sorry, like, well, how did you think you could rent a car with an expired driver's license? So then he's like, you can do it, like me. And they're like, well, the person who, like, rents the car has to put their card down. So I had to put my card down, like a $400 charge on my card. And so the rental car was under my name. Then we drive to Burning Man, like 3 hours. That shit took 6 hours because he went off-road. He was like, fuck the GPS. I see it over there. Let's just drive straight through the desert. Also, I had half a bottle of water with me that entire time. We were in the middle of the desert, no phone service. He just starts going off-road in the rental car, drives in many ditches. Like, we got stuck at one point. I literally thought I was gonna die. And it was, like, so bumpy. My head fucking was, like, hitting the ceiling. I was anxious the entire time. Like, so anxious. It was like literally one of the worst experiences of my life. It was really bad. And then we finally get to Burning Man, like 5 hours later. We pull up, and then I asked him, I'm like, where are we sleeping? He's like, I'm probably not gonna sleep because I have a lot of work to do, but you can sleep in the car. Oh, okay, that would have been nice to know. I could have brought like a pillow or something. I literally didn't even bring pants. Like I'm wearing shorts and a fucking Gap hoodie. And then we get there, we get the tickets, and he's like, oh, this is like a rave? I thought it was like a hippie commune thing. How the fuck you just drop 4K on a trip and you don't even know what it is? What? I'm like, okay, this guy's not as smart as I thought he was. I didn't even think he was, but I'm like, come on, dude, come on. Like, be fucking for real, okay? Anyways, so we get there. They don't sell water there or food. It's like it was a quick Google search, and I know I could have done it, but it's like I'm going on a work trip. Like I didn't think my boss was dumb enough to not fucking tell me any of this shit. But he didn't do a simple Google search, which if you type in Burning Man, you click on the thing, there's a big thing with the survival guide. It tells you that they don't sell food, they don't like buy or sell goods there. That's just how it is. So there was no water. I had half my water bottle from the airport, and no food, and we were in the middle of the desert, and I had to sleep in the car, and there was no bathrooms. There was just porta potties and hand sanitizer, and I didn't know that, and it was just fucking horrible.
Okay, hi guys. So I was gonna do the part 2 to this story because I didn't get to finish my little story time video, but I got a text from my ex-boss last night saying that he's gonna sue me. I guess he got butthurt about the story time video, and then he lied about me on his live this morning and called me a clout chaser, even though I've literally never mentioned his name on my channel. Humble yourself. I've never mentioned his name ever. I just made a story time video because I'm a content creator who makes story times. It was an interesting story. If I wanted clout, I could make a whole YouTube video and end his career and go off, but I don't use his name. I've made one story time video about this. Like, I just don't understand where that came from.
Okay, part 2 of how I almost died at Burning Man with half a water bottle. So I didn't get to explain this in the previous story time because I only had 3 minutes, but we asked like 3 people for water. We're like, is there water here? And they were like, ooh, water? I'm like, what do you mean? We're in the middle of the desert. But we asked this like volunteer man, and I got so lucky. This is God's plan. He's like, you're actually super lucky you ran into me. Like, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I have a key to this back room, and they had like this water thing, and I had my water bottle, so I filled it up. But I was there till the next day, so that obviously, like, I was conserving what I had. And then we got there, we woke up the next day, worst sleep of my life, and then we just walk around for a few hours in the desert while everyone else is biking around. And then we get back, so we leave, finally, at noon. And then I'm, like, ready to get water. We passed 3, like, little towns where we could have got water. And then he keeps driving. We get to Reno few hours later, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're like in civilization, let's get some water. And then he drives around for an hour and a half to look for like a place to fix the rental car instead of like stopping at a gas station and getting me water. I was like, okay. And then I'm like, can we please like stop, I need to get water. And then we stop. This is like 4 hours after we left Burning Man. I'm like, yo, I just need some water in this bitch. And I finally got my water. I paid for it, by the way. I paid for my own water on this work trip. Anyways, then I left and our flight got delayed and I didn't get back to LA till 11. But yeah, worst experience of my life.
Okay, if you'd already seen that, my feelings aren't hurt if you fast forward it because I do have another video where that clip is played, but I wanted to remind you guys in case you hadn't seen that video yet or in case you're just now tuning into this drama. So I think my camera is falling more and more as I film, so that's never good. And then we lost view of our beautiful baby boy here, didn't we? We did. So let's catch up on the phone is falling. I think it'll stay put now. We'll see. I don't know. She came out and she actually posted onto her Twitter a screen recording of a chat that she had with one of her friends while she was on this trip to Burning Man. And it was a pretty long text conversation. It was just something they were going back and forth with for, I guess, the duration of her time there and maybe a little bit after. And it is really juicy, you guys. It spills a lot of tea. It was a screen recording. To be honest, I felt like she scrolled through it way too fast, to be honest with you. But I did go through and I tried to screenshot the entire conversation, and I'm gonna read it to you how it actually happened. So Miss Kitty found this receipt, but you know, she doesn't have opposable thumbs. So I'm the one who had to go through and screenshot everything. And so I hope that the receipt is good and we get all the tea in this, but who knows. So let me go ahead and read you that receipt. Roll it.
Bruh, he did not prepare at all. I am scared. I told you, Burning Man is nuts. You can't drive in, you leave it at a campsite, and you take a bike to get around, or you're going to be walking everywhere. Well, he rented a car to drive there. I didn't know we were going straight there. I have half a bottle of smart water from the airport, haven't eaten today, and didn't pee at the airport. And we're lost, and now he's driving off-road in this Jeep rental car. This is going to suck. I don't even know where we're staying at tonight. It's not like dead. There are little stands for food and whatnot, but you could be like distant, so you need an actual bike. We do not have a bike. You're staying in the car unless you brought tents. I don't want to sleep in the car with my boss. What the fuck? So you know you're in the desert. It gets cold. You need flashlights or headlamps and, like, I'm telling you, a tent. I didn't even bring pants. I'm wearing shorts, crying emoji, OMG. He did not prepare at all, holy shit. I didn't think he was gonna put us in this situation this unprepared, oh my god. This is literally the survival guide they instruct you to bring for first timers. SMH emoji, I'm scared. He's off-roading like straight up in the rocks. I feel like we're gonna get stranded. It says you're really, really gonna want a bike. Jeez, I literally almost got a concussion right now from the bumps in the road. People are dressed with shorts and whatnot, but from what I know, you know how you're dressed. I already know you're not dressed for this. Just know the desert gets cold. You guys need to make a stop somewhere. I thought it was hot, WTF? No, it's hot during the day. At night, it gets even colder than usual. It's like the valley. It's like 10 degrees less. What car did he rent? I'm hoping a Jeep. A Jeep. This is so bad. I'm like legit scared, LOL. Need to have extra gas too. This car is getting absolutely destroyed. I'm like scared for you. You need to treat this like a camping trip. He didn't tell me anything to bring or details or anything. Bruh, wearing my Converse right now and a Gap hoodie. You need food, water, and a cooler. You're gonna be the most colorful. I think everyone's dressed like desert people. You need a portable shitter, you need headlamps, you need to remember where the hell the car is parked because you can't drive in there. So if you walk away, don't lose the car because it's easy. Bruh, I don't even like using porta potties. We didn't even bring water or food. This trip is not good for you. Are you going just day 1 or 2? We're leaving tomorrow. Returning the rental car at 11 p.m. That's all I know. I'm calling it. We're going to get stranded. This car is going through it. We're stuck in mud. I was saying that my friend is saying how unprepared we are, and he's like, nah, it's fine. Once we get there, we'll be good. Get me the fuck out of here. Ask him if he's rented someplace to sleep. There's places to sleep somewhere close by. He said he's not sleeping because he's going to be working, but I can sleep in the car if I want to. And my phone's at 10%. Awesome. Charge your phone, invest in a Morphe too. My charger doesn't connect in this car and he's using the other one for the GPS. OMG. He also said he paid $200 for a vehicle pass so we can use our Jeep in there. At least you have that. I want to go home so bad. This sucks. I have to shit. Gotta write it out. Crying emoji. We barely pulled up and we're not even in yet. We're leaving at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Thanks, GPS. No, I have no service now, and my phone's about to die. Wow, all those didn't send from yesterday. You were right, that shit was awful. Deadass had no water. I told you. Was it cold? Yeah, a little bit. I had the worst sleep in the passenger seat of his fucking rental car next to my boss. Then he had us walk around the whole ducking place, LOL. Literally nobody else was walking because they all had bikes. Shit is not made for walking, especially when you have no water. I was dying. I felt like I was gonna pass out. You didn't even go the days that you need to. Shows are Tuesday, Thursday. Everyone's there early. I didn't even know their shows. It would have been fun, actually, if I wasn't with my boss and maybe on drugs. Diplo plays Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And if I had water and necessary shit, damn. Well, yeah, my boss is an idiot. I didn't even want to come, and he planned this whole thing so poorly. There's no point in going now. Like, how the fuck are you going to drop $4K on a trip and not research it at all? My friend just left today for Burning Man. Like, he literally just had to go on the site and see the survival guide. He just wanted content. He wasn't really going for the experience. You should quit. I would have quit. I am. After today, I can't take it anymore. This trip was awful. I was so thirsty the whole time. Was not told I was going to be sleeping in the car. He thought there was going to be food and water for sale there. I seriously don't understand how he could be so poorly prepared. If my boss ever took me to some shit like that and didn't like prepare and rush me for some shit like days before the real event, I would have been pissed. Yeah, I am. And he told me the night before that we were leaving at 6 a.m. I was already out and shit, and he didn't even tell me any details. Super annoying. No wonder he got canceled. On top of that, he's canceled actually. I'm like super pissed, and he knows, and he just keeps making jokes about how I want to go home. Yeah, he is. You're working with someone that isn't even sick. Hashtag canceled. And he fucked up the rental car under my name and car because his license was expired and is mad he's gonna have to pay LMAO. You're kidding. It's still drivable, but since he drove it off-road and in ditches and shit, it got super fucked up under the bumper, and the interior and the outside is all scratched. And it's a $500 fee to bring it back dirty. I wonder how much it is when it's damaged. He was getting Karen on the phone because they didn't add the insurance, but it literally was his fault. How bad is it? He said he's going to get it washed and take it to a shop or something, and they can suction cup it out or something, and it's going to go away. I can't really read this part and stuff. He's literally delusional for thinking he's not going to have to pay. He went on the worst days. He wanted to go later and stay longer, but I can't. September 1 through the 6th, so he changed it. But like, yeah, it def wasn't worth it. It could have told him that. Seriously, don't know what he expected or what was going through his head. And he thought he could just drive up. That's why he ditched the road and just drove straight through. What an idiot. Burning Man is a rave. What a dumbass. You should quit. I would hate to work for a dumbass. Yeah, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. I didn't realize how stupid he was. But like, for real, after today, when we get back, I would. He's probably going to offer you more. I don't even care at this point. His content is so cringe, and I don't even like the energy working there anymore. Even the editor quit. I should have taken that as a sign. But quit. Like, yesterday was very unprofessional and not strategically planned out. I had no water, and you didn't research anything about food or survival guides on the festival that's in the desert. You had no water, used my ID to get a rental. Let him pay for damages first before you quit. Facts. Yes, like once he pays me, I will. We literally drove all the way to Reno, and instead of shopping at a gas station or anywhere so I can get water, he goes straight to the car repair place. I'm parched. He's dumb for real. What a jackass. Tell him you're going to go to the store, that you're thirsty. Bro, we've been in Reno for over an hour and he still hasn't stopped at a store. Tell him. Don't be scared to tell that fool you're hungry. He literally just said, I'm going to stop at that 7-Eleven to get water right now, and immediately missed the turn and continued. He's an idiot. We're like in a neighborhood right now. Tell him you're hungry. Don't be scared if you're with him. I'm assuming the GPS is almost done, like we're going to be there soon, but it just keeps going. Tell him you want water, straight up. Oh my God, we got to the 3rd car wash and they just told him that they don't do Burning Man cars and it'll take at least 2 hours. I'll tell him right now. What'd he say? He's getting mad at them for not being able to clean it here. And bruh, my credit card just declined for a water bottle because I had to use my credit card for the rental. Wow. Should go to a car wash. It's because to pass a rental car inspection, it has to be super detail clean, like the engine and everything because of the dust. Bruh, I'm pissed about my credit card though. You don't have any money? It's a credit card. It's never declined before. I kind of have a lot of debt on it, so that's why I didn't even want to use it because I was just going to add more. Well, fucking tell him no. I wouldn't have put my card or anything down. That's not up to you. That's on him. He's the famous one with the money. He shouldn't be making trips if he can't pay for it. He's so dumb. They just told us the other location is the only one that does burner cars, but it takes 2 hours and we won't make our flight, and he's still driving to the other location. Like, why? Needs a damn assistant. Literally, why? For real. Quit. Sue his ass.
So that's a lot. She says that she was fearing for her life, that he was driving so recklessly and erratically, that she was bumping her head and everything. She really does spill so much tea in this. And quite honestly, I had some people in my comment section say like, well, you know, what kind of assistant doesn't prepare themselves for a trip they're taking with their boss? I don't think that this was that kind of a trip. I think it was kind of a last minute thing that he invited her to. It definitely wasn't something that Tiana planned for the both of them. At least it doesn't sound that way. Now, again, we only really know the extreme details, like the detailed details from her side. He hasn't really gone into too much depth about this. But right now his track record isn't so good, and so forgive me if I'm like inclined to believe Tiana over Def Noodles. That's not hateful towards Def Noodles, and some people are starting to say in my comment section like, oh, you're being like a little hateful towards Def Noodles, you're being this. I'm really not. I still am really pushing for Def Noodles to kind of come out of this and kind of turn this whole thing around. I'm really, really pushing for that. But at the same time, I don't know if he's going to. I don't believe he thinks he's done anything wrong. And in this situation, when you put someone that works for you, an employee of yours, in danger like that, when you don't provide your employee on a work trip that you are taking them on, that you really didn't give them any details about and they weren't the one planning it, when you don't like allow them to know that they're gonna have to sleep in the car overnight, when you don't tell them they need to pack snacks or like maybe warmer clothes or water or whatever, like that's not right. That's not okay. You can't do that. And I mean, I think that Tiana has a point here, and I do think that she should speak out on what happened to her. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about that whole situation. Do you think that Tiana is right for speaking up on this? Do you think she's right for spilling the tea on those text receipts? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And that's gonna be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from. So I'd love it if you did that. I do have a Def Noodles playlist as well. That should be here on this side, I believe. So if you want to catch up on all the Def Noodles tea, it's right there for you. And aside from that, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.